إلا الله وإياك نستعين بمحمد رسول الله اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الأنبياء والمرسلين صراط الأكتاب والأقواس والأحيار والحمدا غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. جماعة المسلمين والمسلمات أمة خير الأنام أقول السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. تو الحمد لله تبارنا نتتملنا كسورونو بحتن يفلين على في na arziki na wadata na imani ta banama ta manama ta shewunama ta mukaddaminama ta musulunci mabirgu za a gaba daya baban dan tuni na amfahan bakarama baban na biyanin duma na wuce ta biyar bakatana katiti tabiyar da fata suratul fati. To alhamdulillah rabbil alamin zuwa tulun man gaisi ka yanni indili biyala da yannan kai bayan yi katan na ma ke kana ta impale so den kunun important nyala walau ko da kalma da bai ka tabbage in yisi alhamdulillah imanin wuna bi ai ne rituni abu hamban palle in fahai a imanin zo walau ko da fargalin yale walau ko da za'amun za'ayin gan yale nduma na wannan tikatare to sahala bismillah tafsir puni ta sacan tike na won dab shabe yato apuni ka lalana won daba ma karnyala babiala watom sukunul wujudi bi ma'ana babiyane bi haguma fune ta bi hagun wane amma katibin yarba katibin banban bi shalfulo kan sai yala ndam na wun dabla yulbiya ka bona la hadiru amibura ka ya na hidir mun ka da gbam bona allaru atu gum allaru hidir ka bi ambolma ka bol allaru to lala sayyidina hadirin obela tambu ne watom alamu shalbi ma'ana duniya bi hagu shalfu ne katibu ne la alamu sukunul wujudi bi ma'ana bambun ma banyala bambiya ne bami gba biyan bu ma nyala wula ba biyan miya amma tabin yarba bi ma'ana tamin baka alaka to lala ne bungo bapuni shaban lanya wato mahdi so tan wam wala habale mahdi ngoti takana lo shaltan ni diyatoa mahdi ma kamantin yara pa kutubin tiyanyo mahdi o ka kutuba ni ya tarla puri amo nyala wali defo pa kutubi defo atukutu zo akutu zo zam mahandi shawuti jani won yala kutubi kanya kutubi na migba kutubi kanya khatimi kantonya katami to lalango ma puni akuto ntamal shawuti jani kana lan hopar na wonce ka mahdi won kana paga bozo boka no dana ba bangna tori kama baka no mahdi baka no aka bukata na mahdi baka no won yi karanyen tori kan izin kan won bor nyin tori kan wo pune no nya tori kama pune za yi no don zo titi ke kutuba ni ya fallan nan pune be khatimi nam yato apune yin ya kata vivi re za haka tin ya kadama lalan mahdi wo fa kutubin yau annabi isa wonin ya zaman ma kutubi barle so da gabriya pa kutubin yau shawuta jani min yala kutubul aktab so sol kan so ta ya shen ka ne anan tawassul ne da imam mahdi bozo ina da shawuta jani kace in karanta yasin in yi ma imam mahdi tawassuli kuma ina da kutubin na kutubai shine shawu ahmad tijani don mi to rashin ganin hakikan tarikan tijani to shine irin wanga irin dufun da ababayin da muke the expected mahdi is not one of the poles. He is a saint, all right, but he is not a pole. It is the return of Isa alayhi salam, who concurrently shall reign with him. And Isa alayhi salam is deemed in this perspective to be the kutub for that matter. And so the Mahdi is not a kutub. So as a disciple of Sheikh Tijani, you are privileged to have the pole of all the poles. He is the kutub of all the kutub. And so there is no need for you to seek the blessings, or so to speak, of any Mahdi anywhere. It is just our inability to understand the true concepts of our tariqah. That is why we still think that we need an intercession, so to speak, from any group of ai We don't need it. All of them are below Sheikh Tijani. They are below. Only 3 of the ai are above, and they are above not because of status, but they are above because of affiliation and association. It is because they were disciples of Prophet Muhammad, and by being a disciple of the Holy Prophet of Islam, there is no amount of deed that a non-disciple, so to speak, in that regime, no matter your worship, no matter your level of hard work, can earn you a better status than a Sahabi. So kan lang tutum tun shari. Inya ninyi yan pangla manghal ng ibada. Nlonwaya mvaza karo nan tamal martabagar annab Sahabi. Yama Sheikh Tijani to yala na annab Sahabi barang no gar kutub so gar kutub namza. Allahu Akbar. So ngun naba mi to ni kaya to anya ko ngar shir party. Ne ti yala man Sheikh Tijani no gar Sahabi man no gar so kam to ni ka be yalla la jirin yale. It's just a fabrication. These are people who are exposing their ignorance regarding a topic they do not know anything about. If you don't know about tariqah, keep shut. It is high time we will face you squarely with your own lies. We will teach you the tariqah even if you don't need it. We will teach you, so that you will come to know and be free from insulting others ignorantly. It is your ignorance that makes you insult people you should have been respecting. One of these people who are within the realms of the letter bar that begins with Bismillah, we counted them yesterday. Amongst them, we are still going to revisit them because it is very necessary for us. We want to clear some garbage somewhere. It says Imam Mahdi, and then the much spoken about servant and saint of Allah, Khadiru alayhi salam, otherwise known as Hidr alayhi salam, or Hadru alayhi salam, wa ashab al-kahf, and the disciples of the cave. We are now going to deal with the disciples of the cave. Tian Twasala ashab al-kahf na maya twa. Hal di nyala 45 minutes shall don't guma. Denon gugi. Kaimi baga ashab al-kahf na maya twa. I want you to begin to enjoy the Quran. And so even next time when you see someone holding the Quran with the left hand, you can be annoyed. Because when you see someone playing with $100 note, you can imagine in this trial times, you can imagine oh, no kursul sham. But the Quran is worth even more wealthy than the dollar. Even more wealthy than the dollar. Quran ma darzagar dollar. The Quran ya figure man dollar. Dubai akan Dubai ma. It is more wealthy than that, but it's because we are not being able to appreciate, familiarize with the Quran, so we do not know what it is. And one, it is because of the method of its teaching. Not because it is not taught, but because we have adopted a method, and that method isn't helping us, the followers, to listen to it. So we are going to talk about the Ashab al-Kahf. The Quran says, "Kuluna salasatun." In an attempt to tell their number, it says 3. And you realize that Rabi'uhum, and the 4th of them is the dog. Now we are more particular about the people here, the numbers associated with the people. First it says 3. Next one it says وَيَقُولُونَ خَمْسَةٌ 5. And the last one it says وَيَقُولُونَ سَبْعَةٌ. It says 7. Now you have the code 3, 5, 7 associated to the people inside the cave, not the dog. Dinya babama te yi bama nu te boram na tinya da da mama ben yan nung de nofi ne nimvo kalen le shabambe wa tom so long ma fu ne adadi kana na won bol insan tabe da da mama be shaka yan. Quran is amazing. It says 3 people, the other one says 5 people, and the last one says 7 people. So you have 3, 5, 7. Now listen attentively. You realize that the first surah, the first chapter of the Quran that we used to pray has 21 Arabic letters that is used in its revelation. Not tamlan sala fatiha sheltam malpuh jango harfun pishi ne yene 21. Fa'u karane, jim karane, shin karane, sa'u karane, zu'u karane, kha'u da mabi mara karane, za'u karane. 7 letters were karane. Allahu Akbar. Now we have 28 Arabic letters. So if you take away 7, you get 21 letters. So it is 21 letters that makes up Surah Al-Fatiha. Now this Ashab al-Kahf, if the cave did not open, Fatiha, if the cave did not open, they couldn't have entered. So we are opening the cave to be able to tell what they were doing inside the cave. So when you divide the code 357 to the people by the opening, which is 21, you get 17. It means that they used to pray Subhi 2 rakas, Zuhr 4 rakas, Asr 4 rakas, Maghrib 3 rakas, and then Isha 4 rakas, making 17. If you still care to know that these people, because they flew from persecution, from injustice of society, from corruption, Salat al-Jum'ah became very difficult for them to offer, right? So therefore, you divide 357 by the first code, which is number 3, right? Because why is it 3? You are dividing it by the morning prayer, the afternoon prayer, and the evening prayer. Akimi salat al-duluki shams ila gasiki al-layl wa Quran al-fajr. You get 119. Do you know what that means? It means because they could not afford to go for Jummah prayer, they were praying 17 rakats throughout the week. So 17 times 7, you get this number. 119. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Or I should repeat. It's not difficult. We are asking, what were these particular people? Let's forget of their dog. Let's deal with them as individuals. Picking up the codes introduced by the Quran says that the first one says 3, the second one says 5, the next one says 7. Then we are picking the code 357 and we are asking what were they doing, and we are saying that without the cave being opened, and the first chapter of the Quran is the opening, right? Okay. So we ask how many letters are there? There are 21. So you divide the code 357 by 21, you get 17. Then it is telling me that they actually opened this cave to perform 17 rakahs a day. And I'm saying because they flew away from trouble, from persecution, from being killed because of their faith, they could not offer Jummah prayer. Okay. And so how many rakahs would they be performing? Then we say that they will be performing the duly normal times of prayer in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. And I'm saying that for you to be able to tell the number, you divide it by the number of times, morning, evening, and then afternoon. So 357 divided by 3, you get 119, which means that 17 a day times 7 times a day, a week. If you go home, do it. It's simple. Allahu Akbar. We are talking about Ashab al-Kahf. We want you to see there are more to the Quran than you can use the Arabic tongue to interpret. There are more to the Quran. Qurani, the yela after azan larbu zillama mbangden yel shamma to shi alam mbale ya to shele inzan paharazo inzan bahbang dan bah yel shamma Allahu akbar dan bon akto me manang ban pini ame kuto nyele buku ne so shaku wum len nwale ka fu anwale so mba jem na repeat ni rebe ne yel shele ngba yel ni rebe ne yel shele ngba yel ala ne yel shele ka ya ngo dan bo man yele that's how it's supposed to be. That's how scholarly work is supposed to be. When you cite and cite and cite others, you need to cite yourself and say, this is what I have said. So that anyone gonna judge that terms should judge you according to your terms. So now let's come to the question of the dog. The dog was the protector, the security, the main gate protector. Then the Quran says, وَرَابِئُهُمْ كَلْبُهُمْ وَسَادِسُهُمْ كَلْبُهُمْ وَسَامِنُهُمْ كَلْبُهُمْ. The numbers attached to the dog was 468. Amazing. The numbers attached to the humans were 357. Right? The numbers attached to the dog was 468. What does it mean? If you care to know, the dog necessarily works on 4. 2, 2. That's why the code begins with 4. Now, I want to know exactly. The Quran says, وَكَلْبُهُمْ بَاسِتُ زِرَعَيْهِ. He said, زِرَعَيْهِ شَيْءٍ بِالْوَسِيدِ. لو اطلعت عليه لو ليت منه فرارا ولم ليت منه مروبا. If you had chanced on their dog, you would have been terrified at his sight. That is why in Quran spirituality we use this particular surah. I won't open it up. When we do that, we put it into the dog's head and then we bury it just at the entrance of your home. If a bad person should have bad intention and wants to visit you, that dog will visit him. The Quran says, "La we talat alayhim la walayta minhu firara." Ada yibuzo, da biamdanang baraka vagui. So as Muslims, let's learn to trust the Quran. Now, what was the dog doing there? Was also protecting his masters. Excuse me. 468. The first code is 4, right? Working on 4. Then you divide 468 by 4. What do you get? 117. What it means is that for the dog, it also used to perform 2 rakahs in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, 4 in the noon, 4 in the afternoon, 3 for Maghrib, 4 for the evening Isha. Why is the dog code not coming similar to its master? Because it was outside. The dog was not persecuted. The dog was not pursued. So the dog could still pursue Juma prayer. Allahu Akbar. Hey, Zuarti Chamkar. The Kabukuni. Now just take it from here. If you monitor carefully the Quran and you pay attention, you also realize that the Quran says, وَنُكَلِّبُهُمْ ذَاتَ الْيَمِينِ وَذَاتَ الشِّمَالِ. We continue and continuously turn them from right to the left and from the left to the right. Why? There's just that loss of biology to prevent the constant skin from having contact with the earth, to reduce source, to reduce decay. That is why when you sit for long, you by all means have to shake yourself. Because when you sit unnecessarily longer, you cause damage to your skin. So there is an element of science there. That's why the Quran says, وَنُكَلِّبُهُمْ ذَاتَ الْيَمِينِ. We continue to turn them over to the right and to the left. But you see, apart from this scientific implication, it has more implication to give unto people who are godly, Arabaniyun. People who are godly. Nivo shaba banya nawun yirba kakuni nawun sile apart from now near no liab garba no dirgo kaliab garba no zama sheta bang now near ba wura ka ba womdele how do they listen to this turning over and turning over? You add all the codes 357 and then 468. I think you get 825, right? How about 357 and then 468? So see. When you get this code, remember I told you they used to perform 17 rak'ahs. This code is going to answer you whether they were performing it at a go, or they used to perform it at several intervals. If this number is divisible by 17, it means that they used to perform it at a go. Now divide it by 17 and see whether bara kabla 17 mazala and the it cannot enter exactly. It means that they were not combining the prayer and pushing it. Allahu Akbar. Now if they were separating it, then how many times would they be praying? 5 times. So 825 divided by 5. 165. The code 165. La is 31, ilaha is 36, illa is 32, Allah is 66. If you combine la ilaha illallah, that's 165. Which means that now listen carefully. Allahu Akbar. If you see this codes 825, they are communicating to you. That's 5 times 165. Now 165 is decoded as la ilaha illallah. What does the number 5 means? I'm going to decode it. وَنُكَلِّبُهُمْ, we turn them. Zata, in the direction. Yameen. Wazata, shimal. How many ways? 5. So this is the number of times God used to turn them. By turning them, what were they doing? They were doing la ilaha illallah. So when you do la ilaha illallah, what do? You do la ilaha illallah. La ilaha. That's exactly what the scenario is inside the cave. Hanan Anton. When you know, you know. You see, some of us, you are here comparing now with Zakir, like we see. If you want to institute a meeting and institute a debate, look, we are very humble, but don't let us spawn. Tamala dabse pamlaka ti dalfana mwota ama hey tamanama. Hey tamanama da trayiriyati. On wom comment shabi shab na meki Facebook wall mazo. Mpwan na wonzo. Nyam yang audio yam unwo Zakir ka buhu nungule nyama. But you see, saboda sablam naga setang bangwana ma. Bipar bangsam bahra, bamba midam bala. Manire ngom yebu oy malpu ne doro. Kanya ka abo shir nang ti ne de biromi. Diche kanire ben nang chuen pu ka ta tam stage is okay malba compare yerti. Timina woni titisha to chusam na tanang humble. Mben needed no so approve ma mben needed. I don't need it. Inya neji wali shaparbo ano. Wallahi junior zai nyanga mbwarle. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Yeso kamba akan ma I don't care. I don't give it damn. I don't beg for support. Trust me, I have even more following abroad than even in Ghana. You have no idea what I'm teaching. People who have suffered for knowledge have found me as a jewel that they can never repay. So I don't need some approval from Tamale, right? Katamal karan kan wurma wura na on karan. Allahu Akbar. Kai mbani da tama support ya zware. Ina nyama radio station mini TV stations pool. I'm not interested. Zota cham karam. Wallahi hali yi wo leki ba dele mpon na wonso. Ye beni yansi bi andele mi. An neme mu wallahi ban bote she ba dan tlan kane. There's a two word lam for generation the pen la panzo. I bora e jeki bi yansi ban womle. So mama ni yin kan shalma ka dan kan dan ma bi dabam. mba diam de me, I'm very serious. So mba neither ne so praise ma bi so yale to ashale ka nambang na woni wan nang me to ashale ka nang me to ashale so nyen che yale man pom bang le yim de yale ne ya to ashabul kahfi to inye nang ya biel fo biala kan nang zu ya ma ashabul kahfi to lungo ka ba wuhur kan ya la kan wummi asrar ngo ko wuhra ama ko en di asan ayan ngo ma ye he kala ka nang dele ke nang ma nang pelle nan zan lu hawal guma ni na sunna na ka pal ba lo ni men kyatsa yace kan ni ba tibra asrar nam ki min la bashir nya asrar bang da ba wai afa yimdene chapter trembra yimdene zarman photo da mama ashabul kahfi to kan ya Allahu akbar kun ban ya hare ni ma ya nyasam yi pa targa to la nyaham the nyasa, it means that when shana compare, but the nyahapa, then it's non-negotiable in terms of how palatable, how sweet it is. So alhamdulillah, la la sabla kafio biyaka tekanati yiduzo. Karna yarane wa asma'uhum ala ma sahha an ibn Abbas. Nabi yuyambongo na wachon bandegi riwaya ibn Abbas sani kalala riwaya ma karnya swahi dan kan yan karmo bai shami kanlu kan karan le diane maka salimina wa yamliha wa martulasu wa sabayunasu wa daradunasu wa kafashi titusu wa mantonu wasisu wa huwa ra'i no woni nya watom pekparla be na parla ne baba ma no yulmbo na kitimir na ma lo shallam biani ka yulma karawale warawa an ali karamallahu ta'ala wajha anna asma'ahum na kadama badi lahba sayyidina ali sani no ko yara na ba yuya ma ambon yamliha wa makashi li niya kala njala bi saba ma puni dem bi kan karandon wa masali niya wa haula'i ashabul yamin al malak watom na bani ndado watom no dirgo zalla ko durana no dirgo zo wa marnushu wa dabar nushu wa shaza nushu wa haula'i ashabul yasarihi nalala watom bambo banando watom wonu zazo wa kana yastashiru sitta wa sabi ar-ra'i watom kai non para apoy non nya watom ba peparla walam yaskur fi hadhihi riwaya ismahu watom ni riwaya ngopuni obobole watom la peparma wayuli wa zakara fiha anna isma kalbuhum kitmir ne sayyidina ali ne la riwaya ngopuni no bol ba ma yule ne kadin dinya kitmir ni nya kadama yuyama da walwal taba inyale kadin kambwala ملا نبوري تعشلي تو كان يرى وفي صحة نسبة هذه الرواية لعلي كرم الله تعالى وجه مقال ni achika la riwaya ngo nzang dalam sayyidina ali ni ya to abian pam naka so kam nsati de sahih itali to wa zakara alamat suyuti fi hawashi al-baydawi anna at-tabrani rawa zalika an ibn abbas fi mu'ajjamihi al-awsat bi isnad sahih na achika la labandungo o yalya ne jalaluddin as-suyuti no osabia ne kaya na kadama ibn abbasi mu'ajjami puni no yalya ne nyala sahihi so shabba yalya ne nyala sahihi ka shammi bayanar pa nkanna yan walagame. I'm teaching you scholarly works, how to agree and disagree. والذي في الدر المنصور رواية الطبراني في الأوسط بإسناد الصحيح ندر المنصور لنا نأتيكا أكوت واتم طبراني رواية بوني كيرا ندن يلا صحيح أن يبي وما قدمناه عن ابن عباس نواتم تندنسي إن يلي يتعشلي كالي ابن عباس سنة أنزان واتم أصحاب الكهف نمزولا وقسموا في بعض الروايات بغير هذه الأسماء نأتيك رواية شنغبياني كببول ويما كربا يشنغ تنبولون وذكر الحافظ ابن حجر كمبارا منصفته الباري لا واتم أيولم بلا نيا وين يليتو عشالي ونين يلي ونين وين يشام بلا بان نبنيو بسهابينيو وين يشام بوكا تيانكارلي هنا يرني في شرح البخاري أن في نطق بأسمائهم اختلافا كثيرا أتيك بيوم وبوالب بوني ملقب بام كانار بوني ولا يقع الوسوق في ضبطها ويكون يا واتم كيلما كل دوين وكابتياليا زعينغا وما نقول يلك سو كمزا حميل من بوم بول دكون كبما وفي البحر نأتيك للا تافين وبوني أن أسماء أصحاب الكهف أعجمية بشكل ولا نقط وسند في معرفتها ضعيف ni atika da sanadi da zala in zanlana ka zala zanlana ka ayan dalle ne ritin yala da'ifi bi mana anda fun yala hadisi da'if duk banne da'ifi ma yala so ki nin shakka be a ya to ashal wan yalma dan mulgarma na qur'ani be dan mulgarma na hadisi shal dan yala dan mal salo in gar hadisi shal dan bon be a ni fu wa ara shabbani in yala hadisi shal kan yadu opposite kanya kama for example ahli sunna nam sani sayyidina abubakar oti yal hadisi kapti de hadisi shakar nya sayyidina usmanun yalle karanyar sayyidina bakar dan ma nan banci ni ahli sunna mazhabi puni sayyidina bakar dan ma dan nya yamare ahli sunna nama de mazhabi zokata tamyan shauti jani o mazhabi nya ahli sunna fashiya shauti jani o fashiya shauti jani opa shi'a ayinya tijaniya bla kama shi'a akida apa tijaniya ayinya tijaniya bla kana a imanin baba a piyana yi ayinan baba ta da biyane saboda ban yala sahabi ne ma sayyidina ali sayyidina hasan sayyidina husain tijaniya bla annan da sahabi ne tawassul na ummal ma bukata da biyane ayinan la anan yala toika amma won kan pat sahabi zuwa wamma har wa bantawa di to sidrata muntaha akoto nan tawassul nan una ainin lalan fati janiya nira yanzu yin tijaniya bla be yin won bagota aba malzan kalu alambi to kolvet dan ma da mi dabsirin kan anlu akulkulu sakurle mi an sargalo yala yi ta faga kan bai sakur lama an nan tawassul ni shauti jani da kuwam amina la nan tawassul na wato an da nan risha ma nabi ba kun nan domin musabsabina baina zalika rabbana haula wa rabbana haula na mu dir la nan yarda duwa jeyem anya shi anyam shi ta bakatar ne anya torika leban torika kutonya torika shiya me kutonya tijaniya shiya akutonya tishu labin ma kane anya tishu duk bin nya ta yanzu amanya ta yirwa na tishu bin dam da banjira ta kashe ma nya har ma da yulma tishu ba hamma bi shabanya tishu ba da ma ban yi to sama yim kablan ton fa hama da kafu are da mababi ndalfa biya ji wana ndalfa ji nyanga ma adalfa biya dalfa mbala da aka tabbatar jilma ka ta karma yala kanin ma dalfa biya dalfa mbala da pa ya twa shanga da zo so anya ka so ne nam de show puma mba piam ka jargi ya pam puma baba bi Quran ba walaga ba piam na ba pa de ba walaga le nyi mu na fi ji wonyon walaga le alhamdulillah ce ka ta janzo wata kunjira ta sahama ka ta faga lokacin na buwar ma hati fa ni ka Dimi Maria Amfani, the Maria Amfani. That's why I'm reading from here. Kakachi the Moma. To. Ni fi ma'rifati hadu ifo ni da malwatom yalgona repune. Wa zakaru laha khawasan wa acika na kabana wal asabul kafin wani biyu ma mal amfani. Ne mal amfani. Wa zakaru laha khawasan fakala nisaburi an ibn Abbas. Wai kan nisaburi waya na wato modela lahlala da dahla barkan mu ashabul kafin mu wiyango. Ne mal ashiyapam ne mal sirrapam. Kan nisaburi ya ni ibn Abbas wohole kayan karanle. Kafin waya nere nyala do ifi man pun yalle nere nyala do ifi tiyan kyangla tuni ka ta tafi ta manga nge kyallana inna asma ashabul kahf na ban ka da ashabul kahf nam yuya tuslihu li talabi wa nyama na aibor yalla kam ayan can interview ka bo annaba pi gale nyen sab ma ayul santa ka sab ashabul kahf ma yuya nan galle according to ibn Abbas no ka san no ka sabla ka bi asur gale aina to nan la hadda na ka karan da kace a ta ce ya biyan bu hala what is your name ka yale ka biya na you shall hear from us soon da na amma ma ba mi ragban shall hear from us soon what is your name ti pun mi ayela pun ka ti yel ba ya to ka saba yule ka saba ban shakam ka yel approved woma ka saba approved therefore ako kana confirmation what is your name ka am yun Abu Imuru Isaka daw abian pa daw won ma ka be okay you shall hear from us thank you ka to na thank you yusli le talab ni ibn Abbas an tita shilngo aya na do ifi manuka ni ibn Abbas no titele wal harb nyama ne ya to shelan kan na ka bon na zon terga kachele mi sam tangbanan doi ka bon na telge afa ni la sab ma yiyama ni talara nje ka sab de mi fatiha mpaharazo da mi fatiha ma da nya basarma man yule kinya so da lan kadira ya to don yemi ta ma mi mini ambara da ka gaisa ba da ka so alisin son kati ya ka alisin son yeso alisin shi ba sha'au alisin na mi na wa gbagbun kulbi maka tagbana na bi kyamwo ko gbashin karam ne wani mo amma alisin ka wahi hiye ibrahim buhan ya ba bishin sha'au bira mi ban sha alisan nam kana on dian titu ntale ma mi jewun ka san nya annabe ngam mi mal proof ka san nam nya annabe won ji mo na ka san o yulta ma kan fi hoye to la nab kan ko nya alisan da kane te je ya to ati bradi ni wan wa itfa'u nyama nayi mara yele kabu ngol na handa nyan kawum sawula mi bang dagban shal ne yelma kawum sawula namakalla wali ya nyan kab mele sabla anya sweti ne sabbih kan da malmala lajiba na wonzo swelan ya ne sabbil kan yibe ki aisha sabkara ya na wona buhama to sabbil ma to tin she sabkara ma yi to ko en bola gban sab ko ti she gban piel le pop Quran ka ta zang le yi ya mi la dagban le Quran yule sabli we ibum dagban to the more dagban baba sabra it means fraction of the bigger book tasgirul ism bang sam yasa ami malab josu abakane ami mo no onso am yero famlam la yo manpro technical no ka mi de même pas to France ma na so referee ma yam piabe ka zo adam pa sha ma yam de ya on kwa abu ham sha abu ham le fe yala so abim bisoni but needed to support like I said it at least malan wali I'm done I'm okay I'm fine imnya ni twembe ndumane abe kama nyi twembe ndumane kai ban woga yana kalluha zana zuq talagan wa itfa'u ka ma gonna handa nyin sab ma ashabul kahfi ma wiya ma na tamla nun ta aka ce ma paman tirle in kan la litafi ya tafi ma yurin bon Abdul Kadir kan da tam ko ta dana ruhul ma'ani tafsir al-Qur'an al-azim wa sab'ul masani litafi ma yurin ba ja ambo de volume ma ai malle volume 8 kabo de page ma page number 234 ni kan nan do mal logro pam wona litafi ma mal logro pam wo de mal logro pam pa pier go be to amba to manya ni ibn Abbas ya ne laladin boma taktu fi haraka na nyam tane ne sabal nan do zo wayar ma biha fi wasatin nari ne o ajume muka da babu ma pundir la zab ke bol fa ya saben sege afa won kira al kalmi yi biya ma yinke ya ko sabal nan tanki nan zan la bu ma ne Allah wali buka ittifil ne biye ya kure te yayi yimma labdil ya ko kura ibn Abbas ye ni sab asma'u ashabu al-kahfi pashe uti jari yayan to yin tum ibn Abbas annab sahabi kire sahabi ya asoko yin isla yu ala mukto nin shari wali buka itifil bima yakure yai nyin kawula sawula kam asabul kahfi ma yuyam asabla Abdul Kadir la kan yelma wa takutubu man kataba di yinabiyo na kazan la nan ya pulo ta da gbanne ra'asihi bima fil mahdi bima zu qurani na adi yabil ma shabna mani wala la harsi way ne pokpar lam pune na wiyan woni ne gbabia ne ay nya pokpara Abdul Kadir afan luna da nan nya hamza ka wonna konya pokpar ba wiwa ya yette ba ngbayen jondi yamba taktubu ala kirtas na saballe nan takarban zo wa yarfau ala hashabin mansubun fi wasat az-zar'i anya bi won yake alana wai anyaka watom an yanko de akwalma lukshalma ne anzal abin burama lukshalma ne ka ce ka watom takaran wama imma ka dihle shabe be ka zan le dihin ya lukshal an sto yilma harami ye kulbara an lan nan la watom da'u zan shapu ma sun sune ka kapsa bilma modin di kan yan wahama nin soliti in validi yanke kasa kwam kuto nin halaka in zan la yelle hey ayan nin kuwa yin gbakpo litafina in yan yadla ma no nin kuwa ya to an wani mun ko litafina litafi kan gbama na kar kotar ibn Abbas ya o ba yi lai ba mun shirlamba aha tijje kuwa yau to na nan lalama na nya ka apukpar lam yayi nan pukpar ba nan me yare ya yiku tebu onne nan yare wal darban wal huma anya dirgo dir yarga da bob da damti yayi be fi ba da babati yayi ni yiku ji temperature won kurnya ka temperature maji ni ya kala na kpa man ka ba kiya alkalmu da ya sabul kahfi da alkalmu kpa man ka ba kiyale matin ya annab da al'umma ma ka ce ka ba kiya fatiha mai ayati kursi gabdini afabinin lalama ya waswada'u bin shakam dan ya zo ya ne yin yare asabul kahfi bi kiya alkalmu nan takaranin zan yi so dan balga yin yarma ka balga zuɣu yaali maa bɛ mi lan sabili ka lan maa ʒɛrili ka nyurili din lan balga o zuɣu yaali maa Naawuni yɛn tooi tila dii bɛ taa tila din wuna tila n lahi kani walgina wai afa da luna da kumya mi ban ba sha'adan kumma da kumya nubune arziki something be ka dan ki bol something ma sm cash na ibodle na ashabul kahfi bozo babila zo longwa ma puni 309 years according to gol kalenle 300 years according to wuntan kalenle kana won jire ba kan yuru ba ka babiane ba ka business ba mi ra ka investment ba ka bitcoin ba mi ra ka treasure bill afa ba ka client ba mi ra ka kwale yon kwabshita na awai ka badir ka yura ka biane Allahu akbar to na son wannan lalama bada hal baraka ka abwara na nama nan lata da fara ayyama na bayu yama malla ya tashal na nan akwai mi magbo na Muhammadu fa na wone kaya na ashhadu an la ilaha illallah to riyal Muhammadu rasulullah kanya di yalle wanda hal baraka ka abwara na yela la shay an yalma da nan wula da nan tabbata don zo ta bayyana na ashabul kahfi wa ma ban malla ya to ashal na ban nan ta yalma na ban mal albarka za she na wun sane kana wun to nun shal kamti wadda bal bada albarka zo da fasaran bala da canti yal ne tiyan nabi sabnu to wura la sabnu da gbanne in fanna wun zo alif da ba kai bin sha'anin nan yalla ma fune amma ta dihma tabni riyina na wun zalla zo da mal jilma na wun to ne ti sabnu nan shaltete don zo ka ta sab alif lam mim panyu mba understand amma yashin ma harfunin walan bala babo zo karyan sabnu ti yel madina na won sare don na don kammal alaka na na won zuwa lafi Allahu akbar to sabnu na sabbi dan yelo shel nan bala to ti chama ashabul kahfi kata karan da zuwa wala jah nyama din abana bun ma na bana ala shi lapse mana na mane wala semana wali Allah wala semana ayan la Allah yule nyama fan won mi abajeda ko yaha yule in yaha ama yule dinya aborla na acan dabilan pune physical world pune njira kanyura wo yihre da adadi ma ka la'anle like dinya 413 misali ka la'an 4 plus 1 plus 3 da zama 8 ma ka ashabul kafi ma set 8 agbara aniya nyala arziki innamal a'malu binniyati ka anyur la walgu ban yur kar nyala dan ya walgu ma da kamta tum da tuma dan yur mana yal ya to ashal bahar zo dan tum da walgu zo me nawo ne da ta kyante in ga manyun walga kaya ne she walga ma batom walga dan ya general weapon anya suwa da kyatra albasa amma dallan to ta hanyar kiyama kaso halaka ta mala kaso gama ka bune ce ka fere kyarta albasa ce ka ta harda adam kiyama niyya intention innamal a'malu binniyati so walgo ren yurmana niyya nduma na wona ndi tabla na ayanin bongo mba paga annab muhammadu mi to imani in kan ka qur'ana sassana me di tabla na ya to amba jirmi kadani kan di tabla kadama tila de jon kon adal qur'anin wa pune in suhra adal qur'ana dahl barka ada nab dahl barka nanin ban zalata ma abiya na walguma ay na wun nanin ban zalata ma Allahu akbar الرجوع النية إلى ذات الله للا كاب نيرو وهي ولا نيبزون فكاكبا وغما أن يرتما أما أن يلا فرزا أنتما وغو يكالنا ونيو إيميجو وغم ياسم ينكو غم ياسم دما أبن ما ينيلا بطي وميدن ما ينياسمي كان يرلي كفابلا ترادو من ناوني no lala dab suma wanda halbarka wanda di shaba nyu shaba lala zolon ma pune yuma kaji ka kakwale ba mi ka shal ba mi ka kam kan wona wondi ba sur na ta tamlana no di ha ka nyu ha ben sha kam mi ambo na ratum nyi yihim da tabo intina na ta tamlana abora lore to nyam lore ma biya anti so abor sitara nyin zang ma sitara ti so na wonzo anya kana na ta tamlana ko zuwa na mbo wala gina wala jahi abora tabagam sam abora jilma abora nam ashabul kahfi don to tare lala nirbo bara chan te kezo long ma pu na ma zungo hal no zungo katana salan da na la ba abu yola qur'an na ala me bakar ma pa suratul kahfi bu yo ba kira duniya nan nam kana ka ba yuye ki zungo ma mina za ku tuti ba yuye amma ban bo hal no zungo tana janti da bayala jahima mbala na won tabagam sam ai bora jana won tabagaba so antu pebe parbo anaka na won lihiba da baraka ka tabaga abwar tabagam sam an lanto nan lala amma da can mana suratu yusuf ita kana da hasha na tos din yato abanya ka annabi yusuf wa gbara kyala ban sha dan ya vol ne voyin sama mbala all whole be whole va to va ve na voila voile all whole be whole amma ka whole shariyin ci har ma annabi yusuf min suratul kafiya to da mo na anya fanda ka yan bele vatu va ve a cha University of Ghana tinya o vanda ti Commonwealth hall na nyala vanda mi serious vanda so I pa on le ve vatu va an wumle to manya biyo wadduhul ala salatin na ayyan ketan na sane kadama presente akufa do ka yan kiyo sanan yi kyalana ka bon na ci ka bukata tammale ne yin kwan ma man ka mira sahabul kahfi wato ki martaba yi martaba wato wan tabga kannan ala hairi kanan bukata shal kam ambar ma dagba za haswali tita pagi tan waya aya shal den can nadara nduma na woni wannan cikatare dan na kultir arziki wa ku pan yayi manka yibiyar polo ka tukul nan da in kanna tita pa na mani kana yan tashiddu ala al-fakhaz al-yumna ne ay nan lala ka bod na ce president ta ku fadu san ma ay nan le ne dan wamma mata potla kan ka ta harma sai ibnu abbas na nan mala para balpane sai wala paman yare hey sina this is the book from which I'm reading. This is how it is, the cover page. Pantori kan yirmi yal kaya ya na tabira anama da mo ibn abbas mun yal kan yi kan mbora ban sha ka karan dare ke je kuwa yo te bon ya to akam dalla hayya karma shahaya te blen din nonsense ma la karkul in pa ne da bade ko yi ban jira ba han san kura ba na ma in tamsa do ku kwa ne at the end kan man to conference na da ba ta mara kan na son da gati ya kati dila ma you can imagine oh kan mana yan fo hadisi ma man kazaba ala rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam falyatabawwa maq'adahu fi an-nar aw jahannam ni kam won bashir fa annab muhammad to won man shine wa shi da jahannama na gulo da ba ta yi raka hadisi kaya na annaban zalle a fa shirka man foma to kajiwo don to ne bo shabbi da annam ka bo ne ba banan ma ga bo ne ban ya annabiyin nan bid'a ma to kajiwo to ta chama indiya wa usrul wilada way ngombongo to amma korgo na yir charlana kar migo yang nang mi yala kane nzam per wagbal pere de nya za nu zadene ibn abbas yale no do amma no wasu ci ko do ai wala hifzul mal no ko harama no lorama ne ya antarme na kap mele sabla ne ndire nan adaka ma pune dabiya zuware haranya mun kir kaya dabiya ntame dele saboda hanyar musulmi mun wannan algar nan amfani Allahu akbar hara turman tame mun jana al-arab hayo saboda musulmin su zo hara dir fi sabilillah ka ban jashin kam sabil non maso orbo no goma so bala mi no goma warukub afana mai bin bargo ruwi amal moto won kambiya na kap sabil ma nan moto ma fune nye ya mo no goma no shanki blan crasher pala ma so a simple sita no matter takaya to ada fune. If you think doing this is better, provide an alternative to prevent the clashes and the accidents on the way. We are always providing solutions. Religion is not all about condemnation. Religion is about providing solutions. And that is exactly what we are after. So if you are just following a scholar whose knowledge is all about condemnation, trust me, what it means is that you belong to the world of condemnation. Mami na anko harshe dinka jirabo anko harshe dinka abadil dare ta ma anjire logre don logre ma danan bara domin alko hadam ma annaba hadisi biyan alko hadam don logre ma adil damba kurchwa ko logre ma dam daddi kurchun bara to manya ya din kulnin ka condemn sham it means condemn ma ka ko har so kiyama dal condemn ka mj ayam bang na dadam yi kwande mara da bodolo kun yanga dual gano ma kulo yanga nsini amba tatko dual kulo yanga ka nyabe kwande man na piele ma wambulo nan tini to la yanya la faka mun tuku kwande mar ban sha da bodolo kun ado kulo yo ma sabbi kama gurma dozo ka won kan ku kwande mdana wa ban nan do tini straight tanam jillaju laju nje munafiki tale yen yelle mi bi yelle laju njela yen yelle male so jin konde mar ban shau ka dulu kulu yanga de je ka ba yuhanya na chwa jangala wane la ndan mi lamam yi ko kana goram kan sa bi kane ashe landan mi lamam yukur mo onyo sheka buko doya dan da wa pire wa zuma ko fanta goho ni shi o yeza ba o ka lamam no ko yeza ba ya to aje one ne ya ma ba mi jing ma ba mi le na ko biya san sama ma ta so an ko tap jang sha ma afa de te jamais to ambale mam na ye ri gama ka ta banka da gurin wa kane katana mpasa akapura bie ka ba yeli gama kabla nzan poi muye ka mye kabla nzan pon pale wala hifz al mal niron to gwalare sama ashabul kafi wiyama na won daban bala na won ne zoba vi kazan zo avi wa rukubna aban bargo allan to kabla sabla nzan nan wato aban bargo a motoni a lori ne abin boni wato nyama kabmele kawan sabil ma afa tim soro kapala atin yo bil sha dangar pepa ma min alkalam ma ayo fil bahri wato ban sharan yangaram be ban sharan ya shipu desin kabzo bambe baro de la into kyan ka kabla suiti an kursi talko amma fo hamma yi shi kawla yimba ya'i na tatamlana wa dahal barka wan najatu min al qatl na wato biyan kuwa me babu Allah shi na kuwa yang pang ma man ka saba yulna ba yulna ma yulnung sun suni ka sab ashabul kahfi manan ka kabla sabla ka le shele watom ben shadan ya ban sabal le ban telgan le ban telle be ban telle ban sabal le to la langwa ma bi kul bu ashi atan ta garta ba ka ba ban nan yine ban gar ma ta du ka biya ne panyina ne belle ma ka biya ne yin dukul yirma kan yala ashabul kahfi dahal barka apala ni muso wala yasu zalika an ibn abbas afon ngunan na yarmu no ba sati kadama la bin ngonar yila ibn abbas sanna wala an gairihi ne be ngun ibn abbas ta tebo san karjina min as-salaf as-salih wa tam banyani suma san karjina wala allahu shay'un iftara ne wa tam ne be la wa tam ya to ashan apuni ni nirba nam anye biyo al-mutazayyuna bi zayyil mashayikh ne karjina wa tam wo man shehu ne ma ne banan nam le ne zan dihle na akin seten nirba le ahza darahim min an-nisa'i ne kashal kam ne badigi wa tam pa balgre ne be wa tam nirba lore was anye be wasfatul ukul ne wa tam jara ne fo sha banka hanka wamma te kan warma wa ana wai amama won sabli tafsiro anya scholars ne dirfila sha o ko tala so ne yasha pompo kapa yangiro mamman ne yasha wa ana wai anya man won sabli tafsiro foi kanyam mi gba de tamen wo kayan nyongo ma na gban twe na gba 7 sha na katafile ya to wammi won sab mu kapa yero wa ana man wo a iddu wai man kan lame man malhaji sun wala sabu an kai ashabul kahfi wo bukata ne mo mai da lasabiya min khawasa asma'ihim mpa wato bayuyan wama daraja nan mafu ne wato man tsadele fa innahu sahihun nin ya sahihun mujarrabun wai kan tum ne yar tuma Allahu akbar to da wurane litafin wama lana wayala wai ne ko ta songo won yi ba dele man zanga tumtuma kartum dan tum shamma don zo be mana won yani o be sartin ibn abbas no la kar yina wo o be zanga tumtuma ba ante o tinya kartum won bo won ma won zanga tum na kartum ite fo so yi nyale Allahu akbar don zo de sabo bi ambere kane alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ala suhadwa jal bukarin pi kan na pi yin wannan pi amin amin آمين يا رب آمين
شكم ذات بي نانو البركة وبكون نانو البركة وبكون نون بتعاونه بي بقدر على وين دوانا نانو البركة وبكون